You get paid right up front for putting this strategy on $570, and you only have to wait 4 days, right? What's going on? It's Ryan here, CEO and head quant at HappyTrader.io. Today is Monday, February 12th, 2024, and I'm going to show you how I like to trade Palantir without losing my shirt. And I like trading it aggressively. I don't just want to trade one share. I don't just want to trade scared money. I want to trade real money. I want to make real money, right? That's the goal in the stock market, is to make money. Let's not shy away from that fact. So we can look at HappyTrader.io, which is our indicator, and we can look at different chart views. We can look at the 1 second, we can look at the 30 second, but really this one's going to zoom out a little bit. This is going to go out to maybe at least the 15, 30, or 45-minute chart. So let's just take a look back at the 45-minute chart, and you can see that we can start to see in February, boom, we had a buy signal on Happy Trader, and now you see it, now you don't, and now you see it again. There's another video, if you like and subscribe, about how our indicator predicted these earnings before they even came out. You can see we had a buy signal and an uptrend there, and then boom, gap up 2 days later. But that's not what this video is about. This video is specifically about trading strategies and what you can do. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways that I like to do this, okay? I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you how to trade. Any reference to you is just theoretical. Getting that out of the way. This is how I like to do it. This is how I like to take an aggressive trade on a stock like Palantir that really is range bound most of the time. So we're going to be looking at the options chain for this. So we're just going to pop this thing up here in E-Trade. We have Palantir up already, and we have a couple different strikes selected. We're just going to uncheck our strikes. You can see the options chain is completely devoid of all options. So there's a couple ways that you can do this. I mean, you can go 5 days out. You can just hover over. I'm using E-Trade. This is basically the same on any broker. 12 days to expiration, March 1st, 19 days, whatever way you want to trade this, but you want to line this up with whatever you're trading on this chart. So in our case, we're looking at Palantir 45-minute. You could switch it if you're a day trader to 5-minute. You can see our uptrend and downtrend signals there. If you're just kind of in between, you could do the 15-minute chart to get some of these rippers, and you can see that we had the buy signal, the uptrend there, and that's on Friday, February 2nd, and then bang, we had our gap up. But we all know that Palantir is range bound, so it has momentum in both directions, okay? That's how Palantir has traded for a long time. Now, could it go to 50, 100? Sure, it could. They have a lot of government contracts and all that stuff. But in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I like to trade Palantir on the options chain. So you want to make sure that you're lined up. 15-minute chart, for instance, okay? 45-minute chart, whatever your style is, swing trading, whatever. Happy Trader's got you covered as far as the indicator, right? So you're able to get a little bit of an edge there on direction. So let's go ahead and kind of move some of this stuff down, kind of crunch it down a little bit. Now, this strategy is going to involve selling options premium. I'm not telling you to go sell options premium, but you can definitely do it on paper trading, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So you can learn how to do this to produce income without losing your shirt. And that's how I like to learn new strategies, is to paper trade. So we're going to get right into the options chain. We might as well just pull up the first expiration for Palantir, and we're just going to scoot this thing up a little bit so that way you can see the whole options chain here. And you can see that there's a lot of different strikes here. The first thing we want to do in this strategy is get kind of at the money. And you can see that's like right in this zone right here. And you can see we have the put side over here and we have the call side over here. Now you're probably thinking, okay, yeah, whatever, puts and calls. I know that from Robinhood. I know that from GameStop. I know that from AMC and all that stuff that happened a long time ago. Well, this is something that not everybody might know. And this is something that I like to do because it increases your edge in the market naturally. Whether you have an extra edge provided to you by something like Happy Trader, wink, wink. But what you do with this strategy, whether you're a swing trader or whether you're a day trader, is you can sell vertical spreads. So when you get an uptrend signal, instead of having to take stock right at the money, you can take either an at the money put vertical on this uptrend, which is a bull put spread, or you could take a bear call spread on the downtrend signals, and you can do that even intraday. Now, I wouldn't go as far down, me personally, to the 1 minute chart, the 1 second chart, like we scalp with the futures. But if you look at even the 5 minute chart, you can see that intraday, there's some really solid. I mean, you could be selling on the call side here, selling on the put side here, and I'm going to show you how I like to do that. So let's use the 5 minute as an example because we do have a lot of day traders here. But just keep in mind that you can use the 45 minute chart. You just have to make sure that your strike kind of correlates with what you're trying to do. So if you're day trading, go to the nearest strike. If you're swing trading, go out a little bit because you are going to have to wait a little bit longer for that premium. It depends on how soon you actually want to get paid from the market. So that's the big thing. So let's go back to the options chain. Let's say today, for instance, Monday, February 12th, 2024, we get an uptrend signal right off the bell, right? Right off the beginning of the day. And it doesn't matter if it's pre-market or during the market. We get an uptrend signal, right? And if you want to drill down even further into the 3 minute chart, you can kind of get a little bit more signals. If you like more signals, if you want more entries throughout the day, this is a positive expectancy strategy. And I'm going to show you kind of why. So even looking at the 3 minute chart, you can see, but if we go to the 5, you can see that this is a lot more manageable. You're going to have less signals on the 5 minute chart as far as our uptrend and downtrend signals. Now remember, we're not super trend. We don't trade or make our theses based on just potential falses, right? Because this buy signal turned out to be okay, but this one didn't, okay? So we're relying on these right here, the downtrend and uptrend signals. These are our proprietary signals that all of our special sauce is baked into. We go back to the options chain. And for instance, let's say today we had an uptrend signal. I'm going to show you the strategy right now, whether we get the uptrend or the downtrend signal. So in this case, we would go to the put side. Now there's a couple ways that you can do this. So we're going to bring up just our handy dandy paper trading account and we're going to just do a small trade. This is a smaller stock, so this is a good one to practice on, but always use paper trading when you're practicing. It's going to have real-time data, same as the stock market in most cases. Okay, so we are basically right at the money. This is one way to do this, and we can preview our strategy. We can hit edit. We can take a look at what we're kind of doing. We'll take our snapshot analysis and we go, okay, well, we're kind of looking bullish here, right? We're thinking that this stock's going to go up. And you can see this dotted line here. This is where the price is now. So we have a lot of room. This is the expiry line here at the top. And then this is the equity line. But you can see that we could be losing equity wise, but still end up in the money. We have a lot of room on this trade, okay? So that's something you can do. Now, yeah, $19 is profit on one contract, but if you get good at this type of thing, you can just kind of juice this thing up a little bit and you can do like 144 in profit. Or if you want to be a real big baller, you could change this to 30 contracts and you can get 570 in profit. It doesn't matter which way you look at it. It just depends on the strategy. Scalability is always there. The stock market's not going anywhere because there's just too many people that are in too high a places to get rid of the stock market. So why not put on a strategy that's going to let time work for you? So this is a premium selling strategy. But you can see estimated amount you will receive. You get this right up front. You get paid right up front for putting this strategy on $570 and you only have to wait 4 days, right? So what's even better about this is the max loss is only 930. So you're super leveraged in this position. This is a very high contract trade. You will pay a lot of commission on this, so you have to be cognizant of that and deduct your commissions out. But if you're using something like Robinhood or you're using something that is payment for order flow or something like that, you don't have to worry as much. Now, you do also have a great risk reward ratio here, 1 to almost 1, right? Now, you're probably thinking, okay, well, that's awesome. Well, how does this look? Like, what's the probability? Well, you can see the probabilities right here, and they will be dynamic kind of as the market moves. So that's something to be aware of. But you can see that just by default of selling this strategy, you already have a way higher probability for not just profit, but maximum profit and a very low probability for max loss. Now, let's say you want to be even safer. You're like, that, all right, 60%, but that's kind of like almost like a coin flip. Well, another way that I like to trade is like so. You can come out to, let's say, a further strike price where there's more meat on the bone. We'll get right up to let's go out even a little bit further than that if you're willing to wait a little bit longer to get paid, right? So you can do this on kind of a monthly, you can get a monthly paycheck, a weekly paycheck, whatever you want. Now, is Palantir the best income stock? I don't really think so personally, but let's just go over again what you can do. So, to get more premium, the market's been flying upward. The premiums are going to be lower. So, how do you get larger premium? You can either go up in contract size, you can go out in time. That's another way to get a lot of premium, or you can just straight up trade the indexes instead of trading single stocks. But this is for the sake of trading Palantir. So again, if we go back to the money, we can do the same strategy and we can see preview and we go to edit, snapshot analysis, and we can see that our strike is the correct strike. And you can see it's still looking like a coin flip, but look, we're way in the money, right? So the probabilities are a little skewed, kind of 50-50, right? 1 to 0.79 are the probabilities, but you can see the prices here, and we'd really have to move a long way. But you got to remember with the options chain, everything's baked in, right? So everything's baked in. So the only thing that matters is getting the market direction right. So you can go out further in time and you can change this ticket instead of who wants $22. You can do 100 contracts of this if you get good at it. And that's the beauty of this type of thing is it's scalable. You can go all the way up to 2,300 and only lose 2,700. So ultra leverage coin flip there. Now the crazy thing and good for you for staying for this long and watching this. If you did, this is going to be the golden goose right here. Now you're thinking, okay, well, that's the probability, but how do we get this even further, right? So we get even more room. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So let's get even more room. So let's go all the way out. And we want to look at deltas here. Deltas are very important in the world of options trading. So let's go ahead and have a little meat on the bone. We'll go out to the 15 delta and we'll just sell. Let's go a little wider. We'll go out to maybe the 8 delta, right? So we don't have to do just one strike like we were doing before, but you can see there's some trade-offs and I'm going to show you that now, but there's a way to mitigate that trade-off and that's the cool part. So let's just juice this up to 100 contracts, right? And pretend we're looking at that March 8th expiration, which we are, and you can see our snapshot analysis there. Look how it puts us in the money. So even if the stock starts going down and we're losing P&L, well, look at all that room that we have. Now, the thing is, here is the key. We had that risk reward at about 1 to 1. Now look what it is now, 1 to 0.12, because we want to be further in the money and have all that room to run. We don't want to be losing this trade unless we go to about $20 on Palantir. So if we have a bull thesis, we're not worried about that. Now, what do you do to mitigate this skewed asymmetric risk reward profile that is not in your favor other than probability for maximum profit, which is you can use a stop loss. So you can edit the ticket after you've put the trade on. You're putting it on for a credit. You're getting paid instantly. You're getting $1,600. And then all you have to do is set up a stop limit debit. So the opposite of credit is debit, stop limit debit. And you can set a stop loss. So if you get this trade on at, let's say, 14 cents, you could set a 2x stop, a 3x stop, whatever. So you could set a 28 stop if you want a 1x stop, a 1 to 1 risk reward. And that's how you can get an edge in Palantir without losing your shirt. And that's how I like to do it without losing my shirt. So that's going to be Palantir. That's going to be the video for today. My name's Ryan. I'm the CEO and head quant here at Happy Trader. Happy trading and have a great day. I hope this helped you out.